So there's one thing I've been noticing lately, a lot, and I mean a lot of video game companies have been tossing out updates or teases on their plans for 2020, and it just so happens that all these companies are related to Nintendo. Guys, I think the Nintendo Direct might be a huge one. Hey guys, it's Rob here and welcome back to the Robo Show where we cover the latest gaming news from Nintendo, Microsoft, and Sony. If you enjoyed this video and want to be kept up on the latest leaks, rumors, and news, click that red subscribe button and of course have that notification bell on so you know when I upload. You wouldn't want to miss out on any gaming news. So the Nintendo Direct in January of 2020 could be a very big Nintendo Direct, and in this video we're going to go over some old news and some new news that points to the January Direct setting up for Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch for one hell of a fight against the PS5 and Xbox Series X in 2020. So first off, we have a rumor of the release date of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, a game like me and many of you were personally excited for. We got one small trailer from this long-awaited Nintendo Switch game, but that's not enough. That's not enough, Nintendo. We need more, like a release date or maybe even a trailer. And lo and behold, a new rumor sprouted up that has to do with Nintendo's plans for 2020. So the new rumored year for Breath of the Wild 2 is 2020. Now this makes a ton of sense for Nintendo and the Nintendo Switch. What other game than the sequel to Breath of the Wild 1 would be a good way to give the Nintendo Switch a boost in sales? I mean, Breath of the Wild 1 had more copies of that game out in the wild than the Nintendo Switches that were out in the wild. That's insane. Imagine what Nintendo can do with an install base and a Breath of the Wild 2. But Rob, where could they announce this release date for the Breath of the Wild 2, you might ask? Well, that's easy, a Nintendo Direct. If this game is coming out in 2020, then the best place to announce it is in January Direct. This will not only excite the fans, but bring newcomers as well who may have played the game but never bought the Switch. And if that's not all that could make this January Direct amazing, we also have the game studio who's working on Bayonetta 3 who needs no introduction. Now they had an interview with the studio presidents and this is what they had to say for their plans for 2020, and you could already guess where this is going. I believe we will have several big announcements to deliver early in the new year. Please look forward to that. Now, of course, what probably jumps straight to your mind is that we're finally getting an update on Bayonetta 3, a release date, maybe a trailer. I could actually see both, but let's not forget about other games that could possibly come from the Switch 2 that are also from Platinum Games. Recently, there has been some interesting news about Wii U ports. Now, this comes from Emily Rogers, who has proven in the past that she has some credibility. She also says that there's going to be at least 2 Wii U ports and says there aren't really many Wii U ports left. Now, Wonderful 101 is also a game that's still left in the Wii U graveyard, so why not dig that up and give it some more life on the Nintendo Switch? Other than that, we still haven't gotten Windwaker on the system either, and man, that would be great to play anywhere on the go. Holy crap, could you imagine if they announced that? I'd die happy. Now, there have been some interesting news about different Nintendo Switch games too other than these, like Shin Megami Tensei 5 coming to it with that tweet that I talked about earlier in a different episode of the Robo Show, and of course those 12 new Nintendo Switch SKUs that were leaked from GameStop giving us a look at some other names other than those 12 SKUs. Now, another game that we haven't really heard too much on other than the environmental work being outsourced to a different company is Metroid Prime 4. We haven't heard anything or any updates on when it's coming out or any development updates on how they're actually progressing along, so it would be nice to get an update on that, maybe even a release date if they're ready for that. There are so many rumors, news pieces, and other things that are just obvious, like the Animal Crossing trailer that we should probably be getting in this January Direct because it's coming up in what, like 2.5 months? I can't wait for that game, by the way. All this Nintendo news and new updates for 2020 just keeps building up, and it's gonna make the Nintendo Direct in January a huge one. Or this could all be for nothing and we'll end up with a huge disappointment and a huge hole in our heart. But hey, let's try to not think about that. Let's think about all the wonderful games that we could possibly see at this January Direct that may or may not exist. Like I said, fingers crossed. So what do you think about all this? Do you think the January Direct is gonna be a huge one and set the Nintendo and Nintendo Switch up for a huge 2020? Tell me your thoughts in the comment section below and make sure you like or dislike this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time on the Robotron Show. Have a good one.